Welcome to the Good Morning from the Chicken Coop podcast with Kim Johnson, your creative strategist and master mindset coach. Filled with inspiration, distinctions, perspectives, and possibilities, we help you to cultivate a mindset that leads you to create the best version of yourself you could ever imagine. Join Kim every morning from one of her favorite happy places, her chicken coop, along with all her chickens.
Hey everybody, good morning from the chicken coop. So today I want to tell you one of my favorite quotes from Theodore Roosevelt. It's hard to fail, but it's worse to have never tried. And I love this quote so much. Well, first of all, he was such a great leader and he had such great attitudes toward things. But this particular quote is so awesome because it's one of those things that we constantly want to believe in ourselves that we'll keep doing and we'll keep making attempts and we'll keep making attempts. But the truth is we give up way too easy on things. And it's something that one of the things I recognize out in my chicken coop that I just love because all these little baby chickens that are out here, they just don't give up. They just keep doing it. They try to get up to the rafters. They try to get up in the coop higher where the big girls go. They can't do it. They just keep trying. If it doesn't happen on Wednesday, they'll try again Thursday. If it doesn't happen Thursday, they'll try it on Friday. They just don't give up. And I think that sometimes as human beings, we become conditioned to saying, well, I tried 3 times and I give up. And it really is a question of how much fortitude do you have? Are you willing to say, I don't have to try something just once, twice, 5 times. I'm willing to keep going if it's something that you believe in and it's something that you really want. You know, when you think about the things that have gone on, the inventors in this world that have done things over and over and over and had multiple failures until they had them work, they just were so committed to their outcome, they would just keep going. And it didn't matter how many times, whether it's, you're talking about Edison and the light bulb. I mean, he failed 1,000 times according to the reporter that was interviewing him. And the truth was, when Edison heard that, he said, no, I didn't fail. I just found out what didn't work. Literally 1,000 times to get it right. How many of you would be actually willing to say you've tried something 1,000 times? It just doesn't happen. We just don't consider it and keep doing it. What we do is we say, okay, well, I tried that 10 times and it didn't work out for me, so therefore I'm not going to do it. Instead of just saying, hey, you know what, this is something I'm really committed to and I'm going to make it work, whatever I have to do. And that's the part that's so important. It's that you got to keep going and you got to keep saying, if I really am passionate about this, if this is something that I really want, then I have to make sure I'm willing to keep giving it a shot. So sometimes we have to, this is one of those moments where you actually have to look at your goal again and go, well, am I really committed to this? Is it something I really want? Is it something that somebody else wanted for me? Because sometimes we just aren't as committed as we think we are because it wasn't something we wanted to begin with. So again, this is all back to that original piece about finding out what is it that you have as a level of commitment. Are you 100% in or are you 75% in? Because I can assure you on things that I'm 75% in on or 60% in on, I'm not pushing the gamut. I'm not going out there and going all in. But when I want something, I am relentless. And I think that's the exact word my husband uses for me because he'll say, oh my God, you just don't quit. Well, it's because I'm 100%, I'm all in. But how many things are like that? There are some things in our world that we're just not all in on. And it shows up in these moments when we have these types of situations where, I don't know, am I all in or not? So going back and trying to figure out, is that the reason, is incredibly important in the process. And recognizing even before you start something where your level of commitment is. Because it's not about failure. It's about saying, I'm committed and I'm going to do it. And just like this quote, it's like you've got to try those things that are a passion for you. You've got to go out there and say, I'm willing to pour into it because I am 100% in. I want this. I'm going to do what it takes. I am so attaching my name to this. I'm going to go out there and go nuts making it happen. Those things excite you, they exhilarate you, they pour into your soul, and they just make you feel amazing. If somebody right now that I'm coaching that's writing a book, and writing a book is a very long endeavor for a lot of people, And for some people it comes easier than others, but I can tell you that because the process is such a hard and difficult one, oftentimes it gets very stretched out, and then your intention and your energy wanes during the process. And I have to keep coming back to basics and saying with him, okay, what excites you about this? What are those things that light you up? So that he can come back and say, wait, I'm not giving up. I'm in this. I'm doing this. I'm going to make this happen, because I want to be the person that didn't give it up on it, because so many people have an unwritten book. You might be listening to this right now and be saying to yourself, I'm this person she's talking about, because it's one of those things that so many people want to do, but they don't do it. So if you are in this process and you are writing a book and you haven't done it because you're just, not excited about it anymore, you haven't been associated to it in a while, but you still want to do it and it's still a passion, this is where you have to jump in and say to yourself, you know what? It's far worse to know that I just gave up and didn't even try than it is to do it and fail and have it just who cares? Who cares? A failure is the giving up process. So put yourself out there, really check in with yourself and recognize, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to go after what I want. So write the damn book. Do the things that make you feel excited and exhilarated. And hopefully this was a good kick in the butt this morning, and I will see you tomorrow.